Hello everyone, this is Lata Akula. In this video we are going to study about reproductive organs of the flowers. They are androecium and gynoecium. So we have finished in our previous class we have finished the accessory parts of the flower. They are the calyx and corolla, and in this video we are going to study about the reproductive organs of the flower such as androecium and gynoecium. The first one is androecium. So this is the androecium, right? These are the androecium. Here if you see this, the androecium, it forms the third whorl of the flower. What is the third whorl? The androecium. And individually they are called as stamens. Individually, what is the name of this androecium? They are commonly called as stamens. If in the form of whorl they are called as androecium. Individually they are called as, this is the stamen, these are the stamens, together they are called as androecium. And this stamen, they consist of two parts. They are filament and anther. What are the parts present in the androecium, in the stamen? This is the stamen. It consists of two parts such as tube-like structure is called as filament, and the terminal one is called as anther. Terminal lobed structure is called as anther. And this anther, it is a bilobed. How many lobes are present? 1, 2. Usually they have a bilobed structures, and each lobe consists of 2 microsporangia. See this is one lobe, this is another lobe, and each lobe consists of how many microsporangia? 2 microsporangia. Microsporangia consists of microsporangia, or otherwise called as pollen sacs. Inside the pollen sacs, the pollen grains are produced, which consists of the male gametes. Okay, and in some there are some sterile stamens are also present. In some flowers they consist of sterile stamens which cannot able to fertilize. They are called as staminode. What is the staminode? The sterile form of the stamen is called as staminode. And if you see the androecium once again, so what are the two parts? Filament and anther. The tubular part is called as filament, and the terminal bilobed structure is called as anther. And each anther consists of 2 lobes usually, and each lobe again consists of 2 microsporangia. See this is one lobe and this is another lobe, and each consists of how many microsporangia? 2 microsporangia are present, and they are microsporangia, otherwise called as pollen sacs. See, this is one pollen sac, this is one pollen sac. So totally in each stamen, how many pollen sacs are present? 4 pollen sacs are present, and these pollen sacs, they produces pollen grains. Inside the pollen sacs, what is produced? Pollen grains are produced. These pollen grains are nothing but these pollen grains that they consist of male gametes. Male gametes are present. The sterile stamens were called as staminode. The next concept is the adhesion of the stamen. Stamens, sometimes they may be attached to floral organs like sepals or petals. That is called as adhesion. So attachment of these petals, these stamens to either petals or sepals is called as adhesion of stamens. If they were attached to petals, they are called as epipetalous. That condition is called as, if the stamens were attached to the petals, that condition is called as epipetalous, which is seen in brinjal. If sometimes these may attach it to the perianth. Perianth is nothing but calyx and corolla together called as perianth. If they were attached to the perianth, the stamens attached to the perianth, they are called as epiphyllous condition, which is seen in lily. This is the most important. So where it is present? In lily. Next one is cohesion of stamens. Cohesion means whether the stamens, they may be free or united. So depending upon that, there are different types of stamens are present. Some are free. Some stamens which are free without attaching to anything, they are called as polyandrous. If the stamens are free without attached to any sepals or petals, they are called as polyandrous. If they were attached in a single bundle, the stamens were attached in a one bundle, they are called as monoadelphous. What they are called? Monoadelphous, which is seen in China rose. And if the stamens, they are attached in the form of 2 bundles, they are called as diadelphous, which is seen in peas. And if they form more than two bundles, if they fuse together and form more than two bundles, that is called as polyadelphous. It is seen in citrus plants. This is about the androecium. Once again, we will discuss this. So, what is androecium? This is the third whorl, and it is the male reproductive organ. So what is this? The third whorl forms the stamen which contains male gametes, hence it is the male reproductive organ of the flower is the androecium. So individually they are called as stamens, and each stamen consists of two parts, filament and anther. The filament is the tubular part and anther is the bilobed structure. Usually the anther consists of bilobed condition, and each lobe again consists of two pollen sacs or two microsporangia. These microsporangia, they consist of pollen sacs which produce pollen grains. These pollen grains consist of male gametes. Hence, they are hence the androecium is called as male reproductive organ. Some stamens, they may be sterile. The sterile stamens are called as staminode. And the next concept is the adhesion of the stamen. Here, some stamens, they may be attached to the floral organ like sepals or petals. So if they attach to the petals, they are called as epipetals, which is seen in brinjal. If they attach to the perion, they are called as epiphyllus, example lily. We see the cohesion of a stamen, that is whether the stamens are free or united, that is called as cohesion. The stamens are free, they are called as polyandrous, and if they are united in the form of a single bundle, they are called as monoadelphous, example China rose. If they were arranged in the form of two bundles, if they were attached and form a two bundles, they are called as diadelphous, example pea. If they form more than two bundles, they are formed the polyadelphous, example citrus. So next part is the gynoecium.